Let us remain standing for an opening prayer.
Let's bow our heads for prayer. Father in heaven, we just thank you for your love towards us. We thank you, God, for your many blessings you have afforded us. Thank you, God, that we are in the land of the living. Thank you for the many people who have come out here. Lord, we pray that you would continue to bless the Crime Talks initiative hosted by the Scrap Iron Dealers Association. Thank you for Mr. Ferguson, Alan Ferguson, and the vision he has, coupled with Pastor Dutton and on all our speakers who continue to inspire and encourage our community to live a positive lifestyle. Lord, we pray that your Holy Spirit will bless us, protect us, and continue to guide, lead, and direct us in all truth. And may this program, may your name be glorified. Amen. Thank you so kindly, and please have your seat.
Members of the head table, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to another leg of our Crime Talks and Hamper Distribution Drive by the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association. To those of you who are viewing live on our Facebook feed, we are broadcasting from Pui Road, St. Mary's Junction in Moruga. And we are very happy to be here because we know that in the past few weeks, the Moruga community has been plagued by an increase in criminal activity. And we understand up to yesterday, there was an incident in the area and residents are fed up. Many of them are living in fear. And that's why we are here today, because we want to make sure that we spread the message that we've been spreading across Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to the issue of crime. We know that we cannot do it alone, but we understand that a little goes a long way, and that is why the members of the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, led by our president, Mr. Alan Ferguson, is here this morning. Before I continue, my name is Nicole Duki. I'm the Communications Officer of the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, and I will be hosting part of this morning's ceremony, and then Mr. Samuel Sanka will be taking over. So before we get into the talk, I know you all have been waiting for quite some time, so we're going to just lighten up the mood a little bit, and we're going to introduce Mr. Anthony Charles, also known as the Juba, and he's going to be singing to you our Scrap Iron song. So let us welcome him.
Good morning, St. Mary's. I love the crowd down here. Right? And from Rio Claro to St. Mary's, listen to the Scrap Iron song. Mr. DJ. Yes, man. Hear what these Scrap Iron people going through. All they take it in. The Scrap Iron Dealers Association facing real problems. That's all they're complaining and they're complaining. Nobody taking on them. They say they're doing clean-up operation plus sanitation, but they're not getting enough coal iron to maintain their occupation. Plus they're taking young men away from the street. Used to sit down wasting their time. So they create some little employment, keep them away from a life of crime. So when I see them trucks and them passing, even near far from their home, I don't tell them truckers already. All the Juba man, iron chrome, scrap iron, whole battery buying. On top the truck if you hear them ball, scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petrol to galvanize and all, scrap iron, whole battery buying. Second hand underwear and old bra, scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petticoat and jilling wire, scrap iron, whole battery buying. You could hear them talk from afar, scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petticoat and marijuana. Yes, man. Old borrow anything. Be clean up Trinidad. The Scrap Iron Dealers Association wants a meeting with the government, but every time they take a step forward, it causing big argument. So I'm calling on all them trade union leaders All you please take a stand. Let the public merge with the president to get more information. Calling all them crap iron fellas and give them a license and keep one for the president. The Tahalan forgotten. Put them fellas in uniform so you could make them out from bar. So you could tell if they're buying scrap iron or they're thieving copper wire. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. On top the truck if you hear them ball. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petrol to galvanize and all. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Second hand underwear and old bra. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petticoat and chilling wire. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. You could hear the truck from afar. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petticoat and marijuana. Yes, man. Aha. Old barrow to old car. Yeah. This Scrap Iron Dealers Association getting a real bad name because of delinquent cooperatives trying to make them shame. If they hear how they be bossing when they reach back out on the block, the truck load with iron on top, but he has the cable under the truck. When you catch them cooperatives and them, you way to do first. Take the same cable with the thief in and tie them up on a post. For them you mustn't feel sorry, neither do give them no blight. Take the same club with their justice and make them a cable bow tie. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. On top the truck if you hear them ball. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petrol to galvanize and all. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Second hand underwear and old bra. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petticoat and chilling wire. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. You could hear them trucks from afar. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. All old can and marijuana. Yeah. Aha. We cleaning up the tongue. Yeah. This Scrap Iron Dealers Association want to get more regularized, not because they just only pick up old petrol stove and old galvanized. Some people just call them iron hung dogs anyway they pass. Them just smell iron, he be lean up, or he be lie down all in the grass. The president tell the government for the copper sales to cease. That is one of the strategy for ease up the copper thieves. I say the petroleum waste from the country should be given to we, not to ship away by the boatload and sell to foreign country. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. On top the truck if you hear them ball. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petrol to galvanize and all. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Second hand underwear and old bra. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petticoat and chilling wire. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. You could hear them trucks from afar. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. All old can and marijuana. Thank you, St. Mary. I want to enjoy the show. It's very unique channel. Thanks. Yeah.
So that was Anthony Charles de Juba, and I will tell you that you're very lucky because he left Rio Claro very early this morning to come all the way to Moruga to entertain you all. All right, so we do have a lot of speakers here this morning, and they all left East Port of Spain, they left North, they left more or less past Caroni coming down to meet you all here in Moruga, so you're very, very lucky. And our first speaker for this morning is a minister and lifestyle consultant, and he goes by the name of Dr. Amen Hart Amen. So put your hands together and welcome Dr. Amen.
Peace and blessings and greetings to all you wonderful people. Yes? You there? Yes. All right. By your numbers, you show how significant this issue is to you. So in collaboration with the scrapper and dealers and Mr. Ferguson and the whole team, what I bring to the table, apart from guidance and counseling, of which I'm qualified, is I'm also working on a project where you can have a channel that will provide news, views, interviews, educational stuff. And I'll give you my number and the email set especially for that. That's a different discussion for a different time. It's coming in November. We'll be able to launch a lot of issues or episodes beyond what we could say in a short moment like this. So in the next 10 minutes, I will tell you a few things about what we can do together. But first, let me give you my number, and you will be calling me specifically for this issue. You want to tell a story, you want somebody to tell the story, because we know many of you have had success working with people at different levels, or know somebody who have gained victory over a life of crime or have been successful. So we want to give you a space where you can discuss this like a real media house, in addition to what already exists on Facebook and elsewhere. So my number is 736, of course, same international code, 868, 736 8802, 736 8802. You will be calling me only about this matter here in collaboration with Mr. Ferguson. The email and channel will involve the words that we use, the catchphrase unitedstopcrime@gmail.com. unitedstopcrime@gmail.com. It will be to Stop Crime TV. It will be developed during the month of November. You'll hear more about it. Now, so what we have is a situation that needs a strategy. There are many strategies. This is an outline of mine, the ones that I follow in collaboration with others. So I've used C's as an easy way to remember. So I say crime, consciousness, culture, and community. I can't elaborate on all of that now, but I want you to remember it as a strategy and a way forward. So a crime basically is some violent act that destroys life, property, or person. You can wound, you can beat, you can hurt, you can destroy, you can burn down. And we want to understand that when that is happening, as has happened, the consciousness or the thinking of the individuals that do that is gone terribly bad. So when we work in our different capacity, we pastors, motivators, and so on. We want to raise the awareness of people, and that is just about what I could say about that now. But people who need help, who you loved ones who you have, that's what they need, because you notice that people who do these things in that moment and many moments after, they're angry and they're not conscious of the following: the value of the human being, the value of the human being, the value of the human being. So crime is connected to consciousness or the lack thereof, and then it's how you're cultured. In Trinidad and Tobago, culture is used almost exclusively for pan and kaiso or soca chutney and so on. That's entertainment, and that's that aspect of culture. But culture is the way people do everything. And so by a lack of culturing, people find themselves in a life of degradation, and out of desperation or maliciousness, they conduct crime. So that's where our work is, and it's not just limited to the lower class, the poor persons undereducated. And of course, ultimately, what we need as human beings is community. Now, I can't go further on that, but try remember those C's, work on it, challenge me on it, and let's build around it: crime, consciousness, culture, and community. All right, so what is the way forward as I wrap this up here? We need to recognize that when our humanity, as a human being, all of us here, if you cut us, we will bleed. We have similar needs. We just come in different shapes, size, color, tonation, hair texture, and so on. Different upper class, lower class, poor, whatever. Basically, we are all human beings. And what causes the problem is when we don't have a sense of productivity, which is connected to industry, which is connected to a skill set, which causes us to get money. That's basically what's happening. Many of the people feel left out, they fall through the cracks, or they might be just bad behaved. But when we can work together as a community and reestablish the value, worth, and purpose of a human being, where they can be productive and contribute something in the society, they will be less likely to commit crime. Now, this is not an absolute solution, because we know there are white-collar crimes, we know there are people who are greedy, malicious, and bad, and they have enough and they still go after more. But for those who want to, and those who will cooperate with us, that is the level at which we can help in a methodical way, which is way beyond what we do here. This is a starter. I want to personally thank the team and Mr. Allen. Just give him a round of applause. And I'm happy to be on board. This is my contribution. I'm a lifestyle coach, and I'll be working behind the scenes. As I say, I will help provide you with an avenue to put your stories. We watch movies, Denzel, you name it, Steven Spielberg movies, Spider-Man, and so on. Let's look at our young people, or not so young people, as they tell their stories in news, views, interviews, and life stories. So I thank you very much. May the blessings of the Most High be with you, and I'm happy to be part of this team, as we say in the Hebrew. Shalom, shalom.
Thank you, Dr. Amen. All right, so for those who are viewing on our live stream, I just want to remind you that this is TTSIDA's community initiative and Hamper Drive, and we are in Moruga today. Our next speaker, of course, is a man who wears many hats. He is the first national boxer to qualify for the Olympics. He is also a 4-time Caribbean boxing champ and was voted best boxer on 3 occasions. He's also the political leader of the Congress of the People, but he's not wearing his political cap today. So let us welcome Mr. Kirk Sinnett.
They don't know, and I said they don't know. Oh boy, they see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. But only you know, yeah.
Moruga, good morning. It is with great pleasure to be down at the Southland Ends this morning. As the song just said, they see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. When I see a father and a young daughter killed in Moruga, they don't know. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. When I see in Lavantil, an 11-year-old boy came home from school and was shot in his head. They see me smile, but they don't know how I feel inside. When I see a young prospect, a soldier son in Lavantil, who has been a promising youth man to be a doctor, shot dead. They see me smile, but they don't know how I feel inside. When one of my boxer would go outside to purchase burger and was shot dead. I want to see all protocols observed on the head table. Crime is a complex and social issue influenced by various factors, including economic condition, social structure, and individual behavior. Understanding the cause of crime involves examining aspects like poverty, education, and community environment. Crime can also have a significant impact investing communities and society as a whole, leading to a circle of fear and social instability. Sports plays a very vital role in crime. Sports can be effective tool to combat crime through various approaches. Youth engagement, community building, skill development, mentorship, rehabilitation program, awareness campaign,
promoting positive interaction and providing constructive outlets and improving community well-being. As I'm about to end here, in all developed countries, sports play a vital role in the development of the human development. Okay? Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sinnett, and I would like to acknowledge at this time the presence of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, led by ASP Bandon, and he is in charge of the Moruga district. So welcome and thank you for being a part of our Crime Talks initiative this morning. Well, I did say that Moruga is in for a treat, and we've been doing this Crime Talks for a number of weeks, a number of months, and today you all are lucky to actually get some new faces on the platform. And at this time, I'd like to introduce one of those new faces. Now, he's no stranger to the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, since he has been serving in the capacity of our vice president for many, many years. So we are happy to welcome to the platform for the very first time, Crime Talks platform, our vice president, Mr. Eras Sijatan.
A pleasant good day to the head table. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to commend Mr. Ferguson and his team for what a great job they are doing. Because, you see, we live in a society where everybody say, you know, that are affecting me is not me. And let's depend on the government. Let's depend on the people in charge. And you know what? We need to realize that the people in charge can only do so much, because the people in charge are not privileged to certain information and certain things, but we are. You know, it is my belief that we as parents, as elders, as leaders, got to take initiatives to talk to the younger people, to talk to the children. You know, remember, the children of the day are the criminals tomorrow. You know, it's a hard fact. And the main thing we need to stop doing is to blame just one section of the society. Because although you might not see other sections or other people, they are there. And you don't believe me? Look at the schools. Look at what's happening with the bullying. Look at what's happening with the other things. They may not be there, but look and see who are the shot callers and the enablers. You know, we all need to take responsibility. One of the things I wanted to touch on most importantly this morning is the destructiveness of the crime in our society. What people don't seem to realize is that our economic welfare is being greatly affected. You see, every businessman in this society has an exit plan. And when you have an exit plan as a businessman, which means that your efforts will not be put 100% in making a successful business. It's because half of your efforts is going to be put into getting out of here in case of emergency. Half of your finances, half of your resources. You know, so that's how important it is. You know, recently last week, my neighbor and good friend, he was robbed. He was robbed. He lives alone, and his house was invaded, and he was robbed. He was beaten. He was chopped. And the first thing that came out of his mouth, I'm fed up. It's time for me to migrate. It's time for me to migrate. And many of the businessmen, the first thing that comes out of the mouth, we need to migrate. And I'm not going to say too long, but I just want to say this. Apart from the energy sector and the government sector, The SMEs, right, are the biggest employers. The biggest employers. You know, it may not look like that, but if you take 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, and you add it up, you would see the difference it makes. So I just want to say I am very impressed with the turnout here this morning. Very impressed. I myself is no stranger to this area. A lot of people here either knows me, either does business with me. They probably like me or they probably don't like me because I am one of those guys used to calling a spade a spade. I don't hold back and I say what's on my mind. So thanks for having us here this morning and for allowing me the opportunity to speak here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sijatan. And we're about to bring on some entertainment for y'all. But before we do, I'd like to invite ASP Bandon of Southern Division Area East to bring you some brief remarks.
Good morning, everybody. All right. My name is Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police Hamlet Bandan. I'm the area supervisor for Area East, which includes St. Mary's Post and the Moruga Police Station. All right, further east, west, we have Barapo Police Station also. All right. All right. So good morning again. I'd like to acknowledge the president of the Scrap Iron Dealers Association, Mr. Alan Ferguson, the well-renowned Pastor Clive Dotting, man who could tell some bouts, Mr. Sinnott, right? And our host and co-host, Ms. Nicole Duki and Samuel Sanka. It's a pleasure being here. I've been in this area for the past, going in 2 months. And St. Mary's and Moruga is a place that I kind of like to hold there. The people, what I have seen is that the people in the area are considerate and kind people. There are a few bad eggs that we need to weed out, but we could only do this with your help. I know the trust and confidence sometimes dims in the police service when you see certain things happening. But I am here to give you the assurance that you could reach out to us anytime. You could reach out to me anytime, right? My office is based in the Princeton Police Station. I would also like to say that we are seeing it now. We are seeing it in the schools. We are seeing where the youths are being led astray. And we as parents need to pull them back. The police can't do it alone because it starts from our societal issues that needs to be dealt with. And we will deal with it also. But we need your help to get the youths back on track. It is hard to see young people dying, lying on the side of the roadway, in the hospitals, stab wound, and well, most of the time, gunshot wounds. We are aware who the perpetrators may be, but sometimes we are afraid to speak out. Come and talk to me, and let we fix St. Mary's and Moruga. Let we get to the youth, let we touch them, let we ensure that they grow the way that we want them to grow. And the only way this could happen is with a collective effort. It is not the police alone. We depend on you, we depend on the information you share. This crime talks that the Scrap Iron Dealers Association has come to you with, it's a brilliant initiative. At least we could get the people to talk. You may be able to reach out to them, and they reach out to the police with the information. But I could always assure you that the police are here to assist, to guide, to and encourage you all to have faith and trust in us. There are incidents that you may believe that you would have experiences that you would have had, that you may believe that was not what you would have liked it to be with the police. But I can assure you we are trying our very best to fix that and to remedy all those issues So again, I am happy to be here, to be among the great people of St. Mary's Moruga. I thank you all very much for this opportunity to speak to you and the head table. And as we go forward, I hope we have greater cooperation. Right? It's something that I really want to see, and I really want to see the people of St. Mary's Moruga come forward to make this community a better community. So I thank you all very much, and you have a pleasant good morning.
Thank you very much, ASP Bandon. And of course, you got some assurance that they're willing to work with you all. And I know that a lot of you all are concerned when it comes to the police, especially here in Moruga. So it's time now to bring on some entertainment. And this young man comes all the way from East Trinidad, close to the borough of Arima. And he's here to spread the message of love. And he's going to tell you how you can kill them with love. So let us give a warm Moruga welcome to Jazzy Blaze.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Not everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All you eat this morning? Word. Before I sing, all you don't mind if I share my thoughts just a little bit? I can share my thoughts with all you? I just feel hurt when I hear somebody get gunned down. Whether it be male or female, I'll feel hurt to know that somebody lost their life. Either innocent or however you want to put it, I still feel hurt. But you see, when a little child fall victim of them kind of nonsense, I don't feel hurt. I feel very angry. And I'll be lying in front of all if I say I don't feel angry. I just get angry to the point where if I only account what I want to think, the police self got to come and look for me. And I say that in all braveness. Right? So mothers, fathers, I beg all you after today, please protect your children with your all. Assure that father, make sure and try all he best to cover. Right? It real disappointing. Trust me. And I want to send my condolences to the family. Right? My prayers and my love go out to you. So I just asking if you could turn to the person next to you and tell them that you love them, please. You could give them a hug up and all. A high five. A kiss. All outside there. Officers, turn to your next officer and tell them that you love them. Yeah, do that for me, please. Officers outside there, turn to the next officer and tell them that you love them. Spread the love. That we don't get no kicks out here, Moruga. Right? So love is the answer. Hate is the cancer. Repeat after me. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Hate is the cancer. I go and send some love to my brothers and Moruga. Lick shot. You're all that good. A pleasant good morning to all my lovely panel here this morning. Pastor, give me a touch. The General, give me a touch. Love near the house. Lord, this is not a style from above. You're looking for dove, Jazzy Blaze. Tell a blessed heart I love. I may kill you with love. Love, kill them with love. No matter how them talk and a grudge, steady say never budge. When them see me, still a blessed heart I love. And may kill you with love. Love, sweet, sweet love. Watch me then, me is a Rasta. So me Elja, this is why me love me brother. Call I Sasha Kaboom. And if you ask me don't have a choice. Rising power, me brother, million voice. Think you bad, carrying on like a raven. Well, let me tell you about life. Who sing that? King David, me show you love. And every question get answer. Pick up Ella Entertainer, Queen Omega. Not a style from above. Well, if you help me, Jazzy Blaze, tell a blessed that I love. And me kill you with love, love, kill them with love.
All the song nice, no matter how them talk and a grudge. Say this year never budge. When them see me, still I'm blessed that I love and me kill you with. Right, only just remember the message, eh? Let me send some more love. To show me bad and lyrically inclinedly. Got this jam melody and me brother carry over to joy. Sipping herbs, Guinness in me cooler. With me friend Benjamin coming from Moruga. Them see me blunt. Thought it was a rocket launcher. Bill a next cliff, Malanasha. I did link me I say about Angelifa. And this is Jazzy Blaze with a new selector. This is not a style from above. You're looking for a dove. Bless tell the blessed that I love and me kill you with. Louder, kill them with. Let the most I hear you. No matter how them talk and a grudge. Say this ain't never budge. When them see me, say the blessed that I love and me kill you with. All you can spell? All you can spell? Spell out the word love for me. Sing L-O-V-E love. Moruga, I love you. Sing again. Scrapper and dealers, I love you. Sing again. TTPS, me love you. Sing again. The whole of St. Mary's, me love you. Sing again. Well, my name is Jazzy Blaze. I love all you. Give all yourself a round of applause. Bless.
Thank you, and we continue to share that love here this morning to each and every. That's sold out, right? We had 200 chairs, boom, it's outside. So we continue and we're growing. Put your hands together for yourself for making this possible here. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the president of the Moruga Station Council, Mr. Morris, and he's here to bring greetings on behalf of the Station Council. Please show some love and welcome Mr. Morris as he comes and speak about some initiatives in the community of this Moruga area. Yes.
Pleasant good evening to the head table. Ladies and gents, pleasant good evening or morning still? Yes, I am the president of the Police Council, and we all gather here this evening because of this wonderful crime talk here this evening. Morning, yes, thank you very much, yes. Allow me to say that crime is each and every one of us business here this morning. We have a responsibility. At the end of the day, the police of themselves cannot do it. They need you. And we need to understand that when you see something, you say something. But that also too, you must do it with wisdom. But at the end of the day, the police cannot win this battle by themselves. We all are living in Trinidad and Tobago, and we all want what is best for Trinidad and Tobago, except the criminal. But at the end of the day, if the criminal is our enemy, it means to say that when we see wrongdoing, we have to point it out. And if we cannot identify wrongdoing, the time will come that we of our own self will be affected by the same criminal, because probably a few months ago, we know for a fact what would have happened here to the Ali family. And today could be the Ali family and the Guerra family, but tomorrow could be you. And we now heard this, the singer sing about love. And we have to understand that God is love. And if we love God, we will have love in our heart, that when we see wrongdoing, we will point it out. We will make it out, because we all want what is best for this country. The Prime Minister of their own self cannot do it. But we who know for a fact that we are living in a home, and for some reason you know that your child is living a life of crime, and you are being profited off of that, you must know that you are responsible also too. So we all have played a great and pivotal part. So I thank you for this wonderful crime talk, and I pray that we will continue. We will continue to pray for the beloved nation. And at the end of the day, we all need love. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Morris. And ladies and gentlemen, we are moving fast and furious here. You know, on 20th of October, 5-year-old Anika August. Thank you. You're listening. Appreciate you. 20th of August, we had Anika Guerra was murdered in this community. And the community is hurting. But what we are here to do is to encourage and enable and support you. So in our brokenness, we are here. But with a gangster pastor, a bad boy preacher, you'll hear about him just now, who will continue to inspire young people in our midst here. We have some musical artists coming up, and so, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take back our community. We have to take back our communities from these criminals and criminal elements and people who support those things and elements of crime. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to recognize Mr. David Abdullah for gracing us with his presence. And we are just saying hello, show some love, and welcome Mr. Abdullah to the Community Crime Initiative. He is a supporter as well. And so we are delighted, ladies and gentlemen, to share with you the TTPS Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. They are in full force here, and they are committed to working with us in this community to bring crime and criminality under control and bring hope to our community as well. I'm kindly asking if we have Mrs. Hesper Ali Darsu. If we have that person in the community, if you could join me. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Darsu, Ms. Ali, she is serving as the Vice President of the St. Mary's Moruga Police Executive Council. Please show some love as we have our first woman speaker for the morning proceedings. Thank you kindly.
Thank you, Chairperson, to the head table, and to Mr. Alan Ferguson. I want to welcome you to St. Mary's, Village Moruga Road. It's a pleasure having you all here and for you all to take this initiative to come in this area to address our community. For those, I know everybody knows me by now. I guess the nation knows me by far. I am Hesper Ali Dasu, the mother and the grandmother of the two murdered victims on the 20th of August that was murdered just opposite me here. My son was 34 years old, Rico Guerra. He lives right there. And my granddaughter just turned 5. We live in a time where people actually don't care. Let us be real. I am saying this because we also have trust issues. We live in a time, who can we trust? My children were murdered by two guys who ran exactly where I'm standing at this present time, with two highly powered guns. When across my son's residence, where he was washing the working vehicle that he came from work with me, I'm a landscaper by profession. And mind you, they take 13 seconds to kill my children. And if I tell you something, it took me less than 10 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to reach from Princestown to St. Mary's, right? I'm not lying. And when I reached there, only to realize that my son, who I saw less than an hour ago, was on the ground with his brain next to his head, scattered. And that is something I will live with for the rest of my life. I had a meeting with our ACP, Mr. Meister. But let me tell you this, our community is killing our community. The people in our community are killing our own people. And you know what? They are the ones who walking in the midst and sitting in the midst and toting the news. Who do we trust? Who can we trust? When there are those, some of those in authorities are also working with them. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. When I show Hesper Ali Das who have more information on homicide, but then who are I giving it to? I can go to certain stations. Now, St. Mary's have a post that we have been begging for years to have a station with more manpower and backup. You feel they don't know that too? They don't know, they feel they don't know we have limited resources when things like this happen in our community. Today is me. Tomorrow could be you. My children are dead. They are of no more. I can't sleep at night. I get up every day asking God to get me through the day. I make my son when I was 15 years old. and I had to bury him at the age of 34. That was never my intention. My son's supposed to move upstairs here for his birthday next month. My child and my grandchild is no more. People will watch me and empathize and sympathize. And I appreciate all the support I'm getting from near and far, all over. But let me tell you something. My neighbor was robbed last week Monday, next to me. His children ran out in the road, handcuffed. Full gears officers, they are not officers, I don't know. But my boy was handcuffed with all those gears, tactical gears wearing. His 5 female in the house, one walk out the shower, naked, and a man watching and tell her, put on your clothes and join the rest of them. What type of society we living in? They say be a brother's keeper, but who keeping for who? And who telling who? Let me tell you something. We're living in a different time and a different age. And when it affects one, it will affect all. Like I said, today is me, tomorrow could be one of you. We need to stand as a community and get it back. Our community is losing our grounds to these people. You hear? My son don't smoke, he go drink, he bunch and he lime across there. But at the end of the day, he is dead. My grandchild is dead, and who is helping me now? The only person is the man above to keep me grounded. You hear what I'm telling all you? People live among us who look at us when we going out and when we coming in. I have a daughter-in-law who watched me in my kitchen and she said, Miss Hesper, if it wasn't for you, I'd kill myself. You know why? She believes she'll lose everything. I say, God save you for a purpose and for a reason. Being on a council is one part, but my sergeant does have it up to his throat, because when he hear multiple calls coming and he have limited resources, how many places can he reach out? I am telling you, there are stations in this area never make a phone call one day to me to ask me, Miss Hesper, anything? Miss Hesper, we heard this. I am saying this. My sergeant will reach out to me, how you doing, how you keeping, how you holding up. I don't talk for the TV to look good and sound good, you know. I talk, that is the truth. You don't have to like me, that is not my problem. But at the end of the day, we children are dying. Now what's something? The good ones are dying, but the bad ones prevailing, eh? They're forming a union. It's gunshots here. I born and go St. Mary's, you know. Me, I come from Guyan, living here, you know. Or me, I come from Sandy Grande, where I work all over Trinidad. My son is known all over Trinidad. Me, I come here, hurry, come lately with my children, you know. I make them right here, my grandchildren, them born right here. And to know that the people in your community could do this to you, who can you trust? They see, everybody want to talk, but who they talking to? Amongst themselves. Everybody have a story to tell, and who they telling it to? Their partner and their friend. Everybody have a story to tell, but what they don't know, they just fabricate. Be mindful of that. And I'm saying to you all, again, I will not be the first. I am not the first. And I definitely won't be the last unless we stand up as a community and put a stop to this nonsense, because our people are selling the drugs. Our people are selling the guns. Our people are loaning out the guns too to kill our people. Pay attention to that and have a blessed day.
Thank you so kindly, and you're hearing it straight from the heart. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody who is in pain and feeling the hurt, and we're here to support. Show some love and support for Miss Hesper Ali Darso and the community that is hurting. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to recognize the councillor for the district. Please come forward as we welcome him to the podium this morning. He has been doing a fantastic job. We're not asking you to speak, but at least see the community in front here, Mr. Rennie. As he comes forward, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome him. He has been working on the ground close together with Ms. Jenny Dan Sharma, and they have an initiative. We just want to say, Councillor, we appreciate you and how much we appreciate the work that you're doing in the community. This is Councillor Mr. Which district are you, sir? Electoral district of Hindustan St. Mary's. Welcome him. Come and bring the greetings. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-political gathering, a meeting, but we recognize the councillor for the district of Hindustan, Moruga.
Good day, each and everyone. I just like to say, I don't really have much to say because crime is an issue that plaguing the country right now. And we have a part to do in putting a stop to this, because at the end of the day, everybody knows somebody who doing something. Whether it be from pretty larceny to white collar crime to murder and thing. And information is a very important thing in this, because it all boils down to acting and reacting. Always see something, say something. And I don't really have much to say. I didn't prepare anything in writing, but again, I'd like to thank everybody who came out in support and everybody who came out and elected me to be the representative for the Hindustan community of St. Mary's. Okay?
Thank you kindly, Councillor. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our entertainment, and I'd like to welcome Mr. Elborn as he brings to you a song about a dream, and he has a dream for all our young people here this morning. And so, ladies and gentlemen, show that love for Rayon Elborn.
St. Mary's. Everybody all right? Everybody having a good morning? I just want to build some dreams with you all for a minute, all right? Let's go. One thing me I pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for me city and fix my scheme. System matter, so them set it. So you have to get up and I get to you them a dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. System matter, so them set it. So you have to get up and I get to you them a dream. Everybody want more money, but enough of them not go work hard for it. Yeah, how we a talk about star money. So house and land and car money. Them just a look for your pocket for the bar money. When you want look another wrong, them a take off running. Them wish them coulda take the little me have half of me. Can't stop me cause them never really seen the start of me. The part of me, inside of the heart of me. The spark in me, to be what I want to be. Pain and sufferation a part of me. A masterpiece cause it's all out to me. You see me I keep the haters off of we. And we not roll nothing up in a quarter leaf. Not sell my soul, not a money in the world that a boy coulda. Again, cause one thing me I pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. The system matter, so them set it. So you have to get up and I get a youth, you better dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. The system matter, so them set it. So you have to get up and I so it goes on and on. Babylon, you better keep your distance. Talk a lot of things and me never respond. Some a little get a youth, me never get what me want. Now we are perform. Thank God we are with this time. No matter the journey, we go walk the distance. And we keep on learning everything that we can. Kelly Village, keep your hand up. Now for them in the system can't stand us. That's why them office we sit down in a slammer. Rastafari not deal up in the drama. We'll be alright, got to live to see tomorrow. Some of them not have no blood in them bone marrow. Beg them a beg and them a borrow, them a borrow. Friend are your friend until your things run out. Pretend them pretend. Sing it again. So everybody want more money, but enough of them not go work hard for it. Now me a talk about star money, house and land and car money. Them just a look up for your pocket for the bar money. When you a look another wrong, them a take off running. Them wish them coulda take the little me have off of me. Can't stop me cause them never really seen the start of me. And me a pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for me city and fix my scheme. The system matter, so them set it. So you have to get up and I get a youth, you better dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. The system matter, so them set it. So you have to get up again. So one thing me a pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for me city and fix my scheme. The system matter, so them set it. So you have to get up and I get a youth, you better dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. The system matter, so them set it. So you have to get up and I get a youth, them a dream. My name is Ryan Elborn. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your morning, alright? That is it.
Big respect. So ladies, we continue to showcase talent, young talent in your community. And if you have that talent, touch Mr. Alan Ferguson. You'll get his contact number. Ms. Duki spoke about it here. When we want to let you know we care about you. We want to recognize the police officers in our presence. Thank you so kindly, ASP, for the support you are giving. And we see the community is be encouraged, and we want you to know we appreciate your efforts making it possible here this morning. Comrade, and this morning we want to welcome Mr. David Abdullah, who would bring greetings. He's been in the trenches and supportive, and he understands and knows the plight of the working class. So this morning, he's bringing greetings this morning. Please welcome Mr. David Abdullah.
Thank you very much, Brother Chair. Colleagues at the head table, first let me apologize for being so late. So my apologies for that. And let me say that the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, led by Brother Alan Ferguson, is a very important organization in Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to congratulate my brother Alan for all the work that he's doing in this country. Very, very important. We have a civil society group called the People's Roundtable, and the Scrap Iron Dealers Association is an important member of the People's Roundtable. And earlier this year, we had a very important civil society crime summit. Pastor Dottin was one of the speakers at that crime summit. We did a very important report on solutions to the problems of crime, and we have delivered it to all of the authorities, and we are waiting to see what feedback we get in terms of the actions that must be taken to deal with crime. I just want to say one other thing, and that is, if we want to have change, that change begins with how we think, because how we think is how we act. And therefore, I've been saying all over the country that if we want to bring about change for the betterment, for better lives for everybody, we have to have a revolution of the mind. We have to go back to be our brothers and our sisters' keeper. We have to go back to building family and community, because a strong nation is built on a strong community, and a strong community is built on strong families. So let us get together in solidarity. Let us bring about a change in how we think. Let us have a revolution of the mind so that we could have a better Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade David Abdullah and civil society. Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming up where the air is rare. The winners of the next decade are those who could win people, and build community. This man has been in the trenches for 40 years, over 40 years, inspiring young people, building community. He's familiar with this neighborhood, Moruga. Ladies and gentlemen, he has served throughout the Caribbean. This morning I had the opportunity to be aware that he has an invitation to go to Dubai to speak about and encourage young people and share his message of hope to the world out in the Far East. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to know how much we appreciate him, how much we care for him, how much we appreciate him in Moruga. So please show some love and welcome the pastor, Dr. Gangster Pastor Clive P. Dutton, as he brings a message of hope. This is non-political, but welcome, Pastor Clive P. Dutton.
Thank you very much, my friend, Brother Sanka. I am delighted to be here. As you were told, I am no stranger to this area. I think for decades, I've done various assignments here, so I'm happy to be here. But I must say that the country is a sad country right now. And I want to thank, as David did, Alan. You know, Alan has a heart for the country. And I want to tell you that we have had several Hamper distribution programs and several crime talks. And Alan has sponsored them out of his own pocket. So let us give him a round of applause. Come on, do better than that, ladies and gentlemen. And to the members of the head table, I want to say one thing. And if you agree, you must shout yes. So let me say it. You have to listen carefully. Let me get the folks settled. So my first statement is this: a lawless, indisciplined, corrupt nation cannot fight crime. I want to say it again. I want it to sink in. A lawless, indisciplined, and corrupt nation could never fight crime. And that is something that I want you to hear in a big way, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me start with Moruga. Before we started the program this morning, some of you came in late. Let's have some discipline. Before we started the program, Carmen Diosaran spoke. Now, that to my mind was a heartbreaking testimony. All right? What's going on here? Well, he had a chance to do that all the time. All the time he had, and that's what's killing the country. Hello, no more, have a seat. Thank you. You had to put an end to it. So that's the first point I want to make. Hopefully no more disruptions. Number one, a lawless, indisciplined, and corrupt nation cannot fight crime. That's number one. Let me deal with the issue of Aruna Diosaran and her husband, Nigel Chance, who were killed, all right, in 2022, in the month of June. That's from down here. That is not from Port of Spain. That's from down here. And let me say this to you. 2 years after, the assassin, who is known assassin, all right, is still walking free. Now, if we allow assassins to walk free, then we are not serious about fighting crime. And now we have Sister Hesper talking about her son and a grandchild, all right, being shot and killed. Now, when I read that report, that's in the month of August, when I read that report, I said, Lord have mercy, because the father did his best, all right, my dear friends, to cover and protect his 5-year-old daughter. This country must be a country of murderous thugs, punks, and cockroaches. And I say that without any apology. And we, as a country, must stand up and fight those rhinocerotic crocodiles who are hell-bent on taking over the country. If you read Sunday Express last week, you will see where Noble Philip commented on what I said in a previous symposium. You will remember what was said. All right? Hello? You remember what I said? That there's a gang leader in Trinidad. Hello? 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 You're disturbing me. What a previous gang leader that I know, and I'm saying I know, there's a gang leader who is trying to take over the country, and he wants to unite all the gangs in Trinidad and in Tobago. These murders you see going on here is not without a purpose, you know. They have determined that the government, the opposition, the police service, all right, the army, that all of our institutions are afraid of them. That is what they think. And they believe that the population is afraid of them. Let me go, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, if you're corrupt, you have to be afraid. Because the gang leaders know all who corrupt. In all the institutions, they know that, ladies and gentlemen, in a big way. Those who are corrupt, you know, 12 times I should have been shot and killed. 12 times. 10 of those 12 people, they're dead, and I didn't kill them. And there are 2 lurking around. One is from Moruga. you will tell me that in broad daylight at 4:40 one evening in June in 2022, Aruna Deosaran, all right, and her husband were downstairs in the kitchen. Aruna was already, yes, she had a charge before the courts, but Aruna was already, she was downstairs. If you remember the story well, the assassin, this wasn't his first attempt to kill her. The assassin, all right, shot her in her head, and in the right side of her head, among many other places, shot up the car, came back after he shot her in the month of March 2022, and tried to execute her, and she survived. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a shock I want to tell you about. You know what the French philosopher Ayn Rand said? When the law, instead of protecting the just from the corrupt, protects the corrupt from the just, then your nation is doomed. And I became the criminal. In this case, I became the criminal. So the girl was left paralyzed on one side of her body because her brain was attacked by a bullet, by a monster, all right, on the other side of her brain, the right side, left side, biological combination. And she was left paralyzed. Not only that, she was left with a hole in her head. Skip 3 months after, in 2022, in this community of St. Mary's, the bandit came back with the most powerful weapon in the world. What weapon is that? The AR-15. Not the AK-47. Not the spiral barrel magnum gun. No. Not the pump action gun. He came with the best weapon in the world. The most powerful weapon in the world. An AR-15. He murdered her husband. She was in a wheelchair. He was the cause why she was in the wheelchair, and wiped out both of them. And I want to say, thank God the 7-year-old son was not there, because these days they're killing children and all. And you have a classic example over the road there. The bandits don't care about children. In fact, I have to give you 2 more stories. And the second story comes from North Trinidad. And let me tell you something, whether we like it or not, we cannot have corrupt parliamentarians. We cannot have corrupt police officers. We cannot have corrupt prison officers. And we cannot have corrupt soldiers. Because what will happen then is our institutions will collapse. And when they collapse, Bridging, nobody can protect anybody. That is a serious thing I am saying. That is a serious thing. But let me go to North Trinidad quickly before my 10 minutes up. Let me go to North Trinidad. The police in North asked me to conduct a funeral. They were scared to have it in a mosque. They were scared to have it in a temple. They were scared to have it in a church. So they asked me if I'd be brave enough to conduct a funeral in the Sawa Public Cemetery. Now, who were we burying? I thought was an assassin. Everybody knew he was an assassin. His wife was 8 months pregnant, and she was shot. Struggled for her life. She's left on the wheelchair for the rest of her life. But the 8-month-old fetus, all right, the 8-month-old fetus, that child, the mafia, the local mafia with the international connections, didn't give that child the right to be born. While she was in her mother's womb, that child was shot and killed. Imagine my pain. All right, one of the singers talk about anger. My pain and anger when I saw that 8-month-old fetus, all right, in the coffin with a father who was allegedly a known assassin. Ladies and gentlemen, the situation gets worse. A 17-year-old mother and grandmother came to my office recently. And why did they come to my office? They came to my office, ladies and gentlemen, because their 17-year-old son and grandson threatened to kill his stepfather. In fact, he went to a known assassin in the East-West corridor to kill his grandfather, to kill his stepfather. Why? He wanted to kill his stepfather. You see, the father is in jail because the father was a permissive father. Hello, if you don't have laws in your home and rules in your home, you are producing a bandit for the future. You must have laws and rules in your home. If the school over in 3 o'clock, why must he come home 7 o'clock? Where is spending those 4 hours? You know where he's spending those hours? So the father, all right, is accused of crime and locked up, and for years. And the mother is now remarried, and that stepfather has laws. I say, thank God for parents like that. We need more like that, ladies and gentlemen. That's how serious it is. To my dear young people here this morning, I'm asking you, why be a bandit when you could be a brain surgeon? Why be a criminal when you could be a computer scientist? Why be a drug addict when you could become a dentist? Why be a murderer when you could become a missionary? Why be a prostitute when you could become a psychologist? Why be a nuisance when you become a nurse? Why be a grasshopper when you become a giant? You could become a giant. And why be a zero when you could become a hero? In other words, the best plan, and let me quote from the Bible now, Jeremiah 1:5. The best plan that anybody has for you is God's plan for your life. Now look what the criminals doing. They're appointing, by the way, you know the criminals have a recruitment strategy in the schools. Down here too. You know what the criminals doing? They're going to the Form 4s and 5s and appointing assistant gang leaders and assistant drug dealers from the secondary school. That is what they are doing. So you have the gang leader in the community and you have an assistant who is a secondary school student. We have 12-year-olds in this country who could use a gun like a 30-year-old. That's where the situation is, ladies and gentlemen. We have 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds who could use a gun, who's smoking cocaine. And let me touch this issue of vaping, ladies and gentlemen. Let me touch that issue of vaping. Vaping is no longer in the secondary schools alone. Don't disturb me, please. Vaping is also in the primary school. Fathers are coming to me, showing me pictures online, and the young people are promoting it. They're exposing it. They're taking pictures and sharing it. That's how rough it is. And parents, let me tell you something. You are the first line of responsibility to save your children. I want to emphasize that. Parents, you are the first in line. You're appointed by God to save your children. That is how rough it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go to Tobago for a short while. I was doing a special program there, and a woman with 2 children, she wasn't married. Let me tell mothers and fathers something. If you have daughters in their teens and young adults, don't encourage no man to come there and sleep with them. No ring, no thing. Are you hearing me, brethren? No ring, no thing. Can I tell you something, brethren? To be a success and to be in love, love is not love if it doesn't have trust and respect. I want to repeat that. Love is not love. The gang leaders having sex with 6 and 8 women and impregnating all of them because they feel they're large and in charge. They forget that God is large and in charge. And this is where we have come to. There are gang leaders recruiting in Antigua, in St. Lucia. The numbered gangs are recruiting, my dear friends, in St. Lucia, Antigua, Guyana, all over the place. That is what they are doing. All right? They're not only recruiting in the schools here in Trinidad, but they have spread their wings. And I am saying they have a new movement in the Caribbean. And the CARICOM leaders are not aware. And if they're aware, they're not doing a thing about it. We have something I call the Seamans, the Caribbean Mafia Alliance Networking Strategy, where the gang leaders are coming to Trinidad from other countries, and gang leaders from this country are going across to other Caribbean countries to ply their trade. And that is why it's so easy to have human trafficking. You notice on Facebook how many girls are missing? Where they're going, my dear friends? And all of a sudden they turn up. They're giving the Hunters Association a lot of work. And I am saying, you know, one of the worst mistakes that were ever made by the parliament is when they decriminalized marijuana. That was a huge error. And by the way, on this platform, we don't support smoking tobacco. We don't support vaping. We don't support drinking alcohol. We don't support using marijuana, ganja. You know what I always say? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pushers coming, shut the door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Loving Jesus is just great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pushers coming, shut the door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Loving Jesus is just great. This woman in Tobago came to me. She said, Pastor, All right? I think a police officer could quiet him down. I don't know why he asked to disturb us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this girl came to me in Tobago. And by the way, I listened to the Prime Minister, I listened to a lot of people. Tobago has homegrown criminals, but they are criminals from Trinidad going to Tobago to spoil Tobago too. They are doing the modeling, they are doing the training, they are doing the nurturing. This girl came to me with 2 children. She said, Pastor, I want to join in the fight against crime and drugs. I said, okay, how are you doing? She said, I'm doing okay. She said, I left my common law husband. Number 1, I'm giving my heart to God. I am having sex with no man who refused to marry me. And I say, hallelujah for that. Hallelujah for that. And then she told me, she says, I lived with this man for 5 years. And he planned to kill me and I never knew. He's planning to kill me. Some girls like the most rhinocerotic, ugliacious men. Men who involve, no, I'm serious. Men who involve in crime and violence and drugs. And parents and grandparents, set your children the right example. You can't be unfaithful to your husband and want your daughter not to be a prostitute. You are setting a bad example to your child. And that is why I said a lawless, indisciplined, and corrupt nation cannot fight crime. But let me tell you something. There is power in the name of Jesus, you know. I want to repeat that. Some of our young people are growing up in loveless and godless homes. And I want you to be aware of that. They're growing up in loveless and godless homes. Before I sit down, teach your children to make a choice. You know, to make a choice, you must inspect, detect, reflect, select, and then you could expect. Most young people do not know what a friend is. All right? They think their friend is their enemy. A lot of young people spell friend E-N-E-M-Y. That's your enemy. They say, my friend give me ganja to smoke, make me see stars that God never create, and call it hallucinate. And then I hear a girl telling me, my boyfriend got me pregnant. I told her, that's not your boyfriend, that's your enemy. Because if he loved you, he'll put a ring around your finger. No tralala for him until he does that. Here comes the bride, here comes the bride, here comes the bride with a prettious husband by the side. In other words, we want our young people to have a career. We want them, all right? Let me tell you something. You must inspect, detect, reflect, select, and then you could expect. When you inspect, that's the examination. When you detect, that's the information from the examination. When you reflect, that's the meditation on the information from the examination. When you select, that's the determination after the meditation on the information from the examination, and then you have great expectations. In closing, you know what we need, brethren? We need for the whole nation and the young people. They must have the dream of the steam of the cream of the team of the team of the cream of the steam of the dream. Did I hear you, my dear friends? If you can't be a plane, you could be a pilot. If you can't be a rocket, you could be a rocket scientist. If you can't be an engineer, you could be an engineer. Come on, my dear friends. If you can't be a forest, you could be a farmer. If you can't be, listen to me carefully here. If you can't be a church, you could be a preacher. If you can't be a school, you could be a teacher. But you could be somebody else. You must have a dream. That's a vision for your life. Hello there. You must have the steam, the power of the Holy Ghost. You must have, let me tell you something, the cream, the value system, the love, the decency, the honesty, the integrity. You must have the team, you and God working together. As I close off, you must have the dream and the steam and the cream and the team and the team and the cream and the steam and the dream. God bless you, and I thank you very much.
Were you inspired this morning? Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Show that love, and we appreciate him. Sure. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's 12 noon. Yeah, it's hot. I want you to know that there's a book going around that you need to sign your name, your address, and a contact number. It's down the back. Brother Anthony Charles is spearheading that. Please have it recorded, and we're doing it orderly. Can you tell me where the book is? Somebody down on the back? Right, so down to the back, it's the end of the tent. The bathrooms are to the end of this tent. It's open, so if you need to go, you do it in an orderly fashion. And please take your exit, use the bathroom, come back and put that in place. Make sure that you are registered this morning, name and contact person. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the last speaker for today's proceeding. And he has a big heart for the people. He has a love for community. I could call him a community builder. He has been going through this country together with Pastor Dutton, civil society members, and people who generally care for community. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome the president of this Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron. Madam, could we have some respect? Yeah? And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, Mr. Alan Ferguson, who has a vision for this community. Show some love and welcome him to the podium.
Thank you. They don't want to see us unite. All they want us to do is keep on fussing and fighting. They don't want to see us live together. All they want us to do is keep on killing one another. Top ranking, top ranking. All you
Good day to each and everyone here. Before I could start, I want to listen to me. I want to give a little story before I start. A man come by me and he say he want to borrow me donkey. So when he say he want to borrow me donkey, I tell him, listen to me, I'll lend out the donkey. But same time I tell him I'll lend out the donkey, something go, in the back. He said, I thought you tell me I'll lend out the donkey. I say, listening to them or you're listening to me? So before I start, I want to thank the head table. I want to thank each and everyone who speak. I want to also thank the superintendent who also speak. And also I want to thank the senior superintendent in charge of the South Division, because without him making the decision to send all the police, they couldn't come. And I want to thank the police. And you know, I have to thank them. Because if you don't thank the people who you're working with and you only want to criticize, it don't make sense. So I want to thank them because they're here today working with us. And I have a different opinion, but I will deal with that time to come. I want to also thank Pastor Dutton and all the people who was here. I want to thank the council for this area because he and all, I never meet him, I don't know him, but he helped to make sure that this place is available for us and all the things. I want to thank him too. You understand, brothers? All right. What I want to say first, if you don't like to hear the truth, you could get up and leave. But if you want to hear the truth, you could sit down and wait. Brothers and sisters, everybody, we know we're dealing with crime. And I'm dealing with crime, I'm not dealing with politics. Honestly telling you, I'm not dealing with this one right and that one is the best one and that one is the best one. I'm not dealing with that. Don't expect to hear from me that the police bad. We know it has some bad police in the police force. Don't expect to hear from me that this one bad and that one bad. What I bring into you is a solution for we to solve this problem that we have in this community. I am not an old person, I'm not a young person. But I could tell you about Moruga. This community was the best community. This community have fish. This community have land, that garden and all kind of things could plant. This is a rising community. This is a community have space to move more than any other community in Trinidad. This community is the best community. This community, look, you watch here now, and you can see the amount of beautiful women in the community. And I just wish I could come here to live. I just wish I could come here to live. Because look at beauty. Look at beauty. And we as men now, you know what we're doing? We're killing the women and children. That is where we're going to. We're gone from killing men alone to killing women, you know. We don't have no respect. We don't have nothing. And one of the things that I want to deal with today, brothers and sisters, is trust. Trust. And I don't want to come here today and we talk about crime and we don't talk about the family. We don't talk about trust. Because all of that come together. If we want to build the community, we need to have trust with one another, brothers. Trust going out the door. We can't trust we brothers again. We can't trust we uncle. And you don't want to know why? You have a daughter. You can't leave them with your uncle again. You can't leave them with nobody again because trust gone out the door. Why is we fighting and we need to fix? We need to fix the community and we need to fix our family problem. And when we fix our family problem, you see all the problem that we having, it will go away. We need to fix ourselves first. Or we as the doctors, we as the lawyers, we as the police come from the community. The army men come from here, the community. The teachers come from here. Who else come from here? You name everybody we could talk. We make up a strong community, brothers and sisters. And we have to understand, without we fix sisters, we cannot grow a community. We cannot build a country by we killing women and we don't have respect for women now. We drinking out the money when my Friday come. We smoking it out. And we want to raise family. We drunk. Or we want to build a family. The first place we need to build first is our family. And we don't have even trust because sometimes the women don't trust us. As they see we talking on the phone, they believe it's a woman we talking to. Trust is out the door. We need to build trust, brothers and sisters. We need to build trust, men. We cannot build a society and a country with all these things that we're doing. We're beating we women, we're beating we children too. We're not teaching we children good. If you're cussing in front of your child, what do you expect the child to learn? If you're beating your wife in front of the little child, what do you expect your son to do when he get big? If you not have respect in front of a young people and elders, how you expect to make this thing work? The only way we can make this thing work, brothers and sisters, is be dealing with the family problem first. And I am telling you, this is something that we need to do. And I want to tell you also, if we don't recognize that we have a God, we will never build a family good too. Because we need to understand there's a God, and God sees everything, and God knows everything. You can't hide and go and do evil and expect to build a strong family. Evil is something that God don't like. Evilness is something that you don't like, that people don't like. I mean, God don't like. I want you to understand something. If we're doing evil and we continue doing evil is a lot of things, you know. Evil is one of the things that God don't like. And we can't get success with we doing evil. We can't get success. We can't pray to God when the day come when we drinking and we drunk. We can't get success when we smoking and we head spinning. How we praying to God? Well, we want to get success, and we taking the money that we supply the family with and going and gamble it out. How we could get success? How we could get success when we work hard when the day come and we go into the rum shop and drink out the money? How we want to get success? We ain't taking home the money for the women. The women know how to spend the money more than the men. The women know how to control the money. I ain't talking about the one who like to go party, you know. I'm talking about the one that real strong as a woman. Because there's women and there's women that just play the pole. And I ain't reached to them yet. Because don't feel it's the men alone giving problem. Don't believe that we have problem with the men alone. This problem that we're facing in the country is not because of men alone. It's because of women. Also, some women, I want to say some women, because there's some women grounded, some women strong. And when you have a strong woman like my wife, then you have a woman. You could burst. Because she's standing with you. When you have a woman standing with you, you could build a family. And when you build a good son, when you build a good daughter and you send them out in society, they will have respect. They don't have that again. Long time when I go out the road and I do something wrong, and I do something wrong, I get let out the road. And when I reach back home, I get legs. No, I can't touch your son because it's bow, bang, bing, bang. For your son doing the wrong thing. And nobody can tell them nothing. How we could build a society. It's a community that build the community. It's a community that help to build your son, to help out. Because you can't see everything when you're home. And that is why when you go out the road, it's some families see you. We do like that. Let me tell you something, how we get so bad. We ain't know who living next door to we know again. We don't know we neighbors. We don't talk to we neighbors. We don't talk to we brothers. We don't talk to we sisters. You know why we don't do that? Because, let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. When you see God will never change the condition of people unless the people change the condition of their heart. Too much of wickedness taking place in the country. Too much. We cannot. Let me tell you something. Me no pastor, me no priest, me no imam. I am coming to tell you something that because when I leave home, I pray and beg God to bring all the truth out of my mouth for you. I'm telling you what the problem is in Trinidad and Tobago. We need to change our family. We need to change our home product for the whole country to change. Let me tell you something. You see the police? The police can't change this problem alone. The government of Trinidad and Tobago, if God, it could be PNM, UNC or whoever, if God will give them that guidance and that power to make the right decision, it's about facing and dealing with God, brothers. And I am one person not going to come to you here and tell you we could get rid of the crime without telling you about God. Because God plays a serious part in anything we're doing. God plays a serious part in anything in our life. And that is why we pray. We pray to ask God help us and guide us. But how we could do that? When we oversleeping, we're not even getting up and pray. When we get up, it's just to go and move and get out again. We don't understand that the family is important. We don't have trust with one another. Me and you as friends. I can't trust you again. I could talk to you, I can't trust you. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters, and I want the media to pick it up. You know how much criminals and how much bad boys want to change, but they don't know who to go to because they can't trust nobody. And I am telling you, I am willing to move and go to them now, to be able to talk to them, but I need help. I need help. And the only way I could get that assistance is with people coming and joining with us and working with us to help this problem in this country. Don't tell me that we can't fix it. Don't tell me that we can't. Nothing is not impossible without God. Nothing. When we move with God and when we pray to God to help us to do what is right, this is when we could help one another. Brothers and sisters, I must have to say this. You know what we used to do to help one another a long time? You know what we used to do to help one another a long time? We used to throw susu. And if you build in a house, you get the first hand to help you out. No, we're not doing that. We're only starting to go to the bank to get one. They charge you one set of interest, and before you're dead, you can't run pay for the house. We need to change how we do things to be able to build the communities. The communities is where the country will rely on to make change. This community here is in a beautiful place. We could do better for the youth here. We could direct them to a lot of sport, a lot of different things. If we take away this crime from this community and we put a lot of different businesses in a community like this, people will come. But we because our little group of people in different pocket around this community, having this community in a fear. I am saying, and I am not the one to talk about, let me lock them up and let me kill them. I am saying, if we go and talk to them and tell them, let us make change, and they don't make change, you see whatever the police do? I am vexed. Whatever the police do after that, and that's why I tell them, give us the opportunity to go and talk to them, to help them, to make change. But they ain't understanding it. They think that the professors and you want to go in Crown Plaza to come and talk with you can't know nothing. And that is why we're here today, to talk to you, to tell you, listen to me, we're giving out a piece of paper. You put your name because we're going to form a group. And that group, we will be back. We're trying to organize a centralized office so children who need help, we could return to it. I am talking about the help that the politicians and them they tell you about when it's election, you know. I am talking about the conscious and the help from the heart. I am talking about honest help. I am talking about we could do it, but we cannot operate in a way that we want to kill one another. And let me tell you something. It's not African alone doing crimes, eh? It's all kind of people doing crime. There's all type of crime. But you know why I dealing with the crime from the community? It's because the people who look like me is who doing the more crime. And I had to stand up to help because I know I could play a serious part in talking to them. Don't matter what community it come from. Don't matter. I believe that we could go in. We could able to tell you. Let me tell you something. And have opportunities that your son or your daughter could become a lawyer or an engineer or a contractor. It have opportunities. But you know, the other people taking the opportunities. We're not taking it because we don't understand how to get to these opportunities. And because of that, we children thinking it better places to be with the bad boys and the gang is where pulling the young people to go into. And we had to find a place where we could get the young people involved. And the only way we could find the young people is involved is when we get into it to do. And if we stay and say, hey, let them dead, let them kill out themselves. Let them kill out themselves. I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to make this announcement today. If we do come together, you see, now until Christmas, we will see action improving. We will see a lot of what's going on now improve and go high up with more crime and more killing. We need to come together. And I am telling you as a warning to you and the country, if we don't come together, to work together, to deal with this crime and forget PNM, UNC, and the police. If we don't come together to help the community and to work in the community, and then we forget we don't like this one, and because this one come, and because I want in the group, and because this one we pull out ourselves from the group, and because there's all kind of foolishness. That's all we just study. We just study about community. I don't have nothing to do with down here. I don't have nothing to do with down here. But you know what I do? It's thousands of dollars I would have spent to come here. You know why? Me coming here to represent you, you know. I ain't coming here to be some MP in your area, you know. Me ain't coming here for you to vote for me. I come here because I love you. I come here because I care about poor people and my country. I represent my country already. I travel all over the world representing my country. I love my country. My mother died when I was 12 years. I born and grew right in St. Madeleine, away from here. I born and grew right or wrong. But I could tell you, I have businesses now. I'm a businessman. And I am telling you, I never get locked up on the police for no crime. They don't have nothing on me. And that is why I could do this, what I'm doing here now. And I could tell them, they don't have nothing on me. The most a man could say, probably I must say, oh, as every businessman. But I am not dealing. I am not dealing with no criminal activities. I have a grocery, brothers and sisters. I don't sell cigarettes, you know. I don't sell beer rum because you know why? They're drinking beer rum now. I want you to understand the seriousness in improving our lifestyle. The seriousness, what we could do to make the young people be better young people. It's not about, hey, we're doing all kind of things for them, you know. It's not about putting the young people all over the place, but the family home break up. The family home not all right. You woman, a man working hard. A man real working hard. A man seeing about you. A man taking care of you and the family. And because of his kindness and his loveliness, you take it up to go with the next man. And that man has nothing, you know. That man must see the garden man. That man must see the man picking up bottles. And your man working hard. But some of you don't care. And that's what messing up the family home. Because we need to understand that this both of us, as man and woman, is where it build the family. It don't be the woman alone. It is be the man too. And if we don't get serious to take care of our children and believe that we're going to leave it for the government and the national security minister and the commissioner of police to take care of your children and to guide them right. And children making children now. Children making children. They ain't know how to put on Pampers. They ain't know how to make tea. All your great women help them. Teach them. Teach them. The only way we can build a strong community is teaching them. And before, I just want to go in this last area. Brothers and sisters, you remember talking about trust? Trust is in the police too, you know. Some police, you can't trust them. Some army men, you can't trust them. Oh God, well, don't talk about the politician. Oh God! Watch me. We face a problem, you know. We have a problem here, you know. Watch me. We have a problem, you know. I ain't talking about all, because let me tell you something. I have a partner there named David Abdullah. Watch me. I tell you, come out of politics, you know. Honestly, I tell you, come out of politics. Because he fighting for the people, but them needs to understand what he's trying to do to them. And I am saying is that while he's a good man, and he's a real good man, I am saying is that he have to understand. We have a time that we have to watch in front of us. Watch the people. Watch me. You think, I mean, this is, I know all of you believe that we don't have Hamper for everybody, because look at people. Oh God. Woo. And I'm saying, I know some of you all come to listen to us. And while you listen to us, I want you to go with your heart, with something. Brothers and sisters, don't allow this talk to go in this next years and come out in the next one. Let us understand, for we to make change, we need to start home first. And for we to make the community better, we need to come together. And I am saying is that I want to be part of it because I think my organization, because I believe that I have the strength and I believe in God, brothers and sisters. I believe there's a God. I believe there's a God. I believe God sent people to direct people. I believe God leaders. And in leaders in Trinidad and Tobago, they understand. You see, if they do not be honest and be honest to people, we won't get change. And if you have a problem with my brother or have a problem with my sister and you believe the best way to solve that problem is to go and get somebody to kill them or invade the house. So brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. You see, the people in the community is who sometimes they tell these people to come to go and invade the community. They can't have information to go in this community if they don't get information from the community too. Because some of them coming from far. How they getting to know these things? Is you telling them? Right? I am telling you the truth. Because watch me, I live amongst them. You know. I understand them. And where I bring it to you here is not because let me tell you something. I could tell you about all the guns and all kind of things where it's coming from. You know. I could tell you all kind of things. But I want to tell you things that you will understand. When I leave here, it touch your heart. We need to change our heart first. Get rid of this hateful thing. Get rid of this bitterness between one another. We get rid of it, brothers. And don't worry with nobody. Everybody, we come into the last days. Since I'm smaller hearing that. Why is we seeing signs? Let me tell you something. Why is we seeing signs? And I believe in the signs. Let me explain something to you. There's country in the world that they want to close down the jail. You know. There's country in the world that want to close down the jail. And I am saying, if we start from the community, and you, Moruga, we could hug up one another. We could build this Moruga better. We could do much better. You all have the whole landscape. We have plenty things. We could open park. Let me tell you something. You see that little bit of garden thing going down the road so? And all the fish and thing? We could improve that. We could do much better. And there's skilled people in this area. I know there's a lot of people who go do fabrication and a lot of things. And brothers and sisters, let me tell you all, you are talking to the Africans now. You know who was we? If all you don't know, because people are afraid to touch these areas, you know. We was the carpenters. We was the mason. We was the electrician. We was the tailors. We was the seamstress. We was the bush doctors. We used to help out one another. Now all we want to do is to kill one another. All we want to do now as African is to kill one another. We could never, you know what we could do? All the men will die out and the community will full of women. You see me? I keeping myself strong. We need to do something. And whilst we have a little humor, I am very serious. All the men will die. And we can't afford to allow that. Because the women need the man. And the men need the women. Right? I know some men don't like women. And some women don't like man. But that's them problem. Them go deal with the Lord with that. Right? All you hear enough from me, all you want to hear more. All you want to hear more? All right. I'm not a pastor. I'm just a deliverer of the truth. And when I bring in the message, I bring in the message for we to understand. If we start to do better things here, and we're coming back, I am telling you, we're going to form a group. So if you don't put on your name in the group, remember, you will know what's going on. We will be back, God willing. And when we be back, I am not talking about we be back to tell you vote for the red or the yellow. I am telling you how we can improve the community. And it will be all of y'all intervention. All of y'all will have a say. All of y'all will have a say. Because we will invite the pastors, the priests, the imams, whoever. Even the politician, if they intend to help for crime. Because not all of them don't care what's going on. Some of them don't care what's going on. And I am saying, long as you have the heart to help your community, I'm ready to work with you. I don't care who you is. If it's a PNM, UNC, if you have the heart to make change in this country, and the police are ready to work with them. I'm ready to work with them. I put up my hand. And I am saying, why is the police be complaining with the police? You know something? The police has come from we make up the police, the community. And the same kind of mentality we have, some of the police have it. The same way we grouch and we don't like one another and we don't like this. That is why there's a parade so when they meet all you. Because we had the same thing. And if we change it, and we change that, brothers, the police will act different. And there will be much more honest ones than them if we change ourselves. And they will fall in place. And brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you, I'm ready to work. And I'm talking, I'm working. And I'm holding back. I'm spending it. You know why? I want to tell them who have. When you're dead, your money can't do nothing for you. Your money only can do something for you now. All you're too cheap. All you see me doing this and all the time, all you don't even want to help. All you don't want to help. And much more, some of them are millions and millions and millions. Eh? You know what we going to do one of these days? But that going to be between when we make up our mind. You see all of them we have? We're going to say, all you need to bring back something to the community. We need to go and tell them, all you need to bring back something to the community. All you're taking too much and all you're helping the problem. Because we have a problem. It's that people eat nothing for this morning. It's that people hungry. It's that people starving. It's that people governor roof wetting them because they can't buy galvanized. It's that some people don't even have stove that they cook outside. It's still in Trinidad and Tobago that people living in a latrine. This is the thing we're going on in a rich country. This country rich, brothers and sisters. We have oil, methanol. We have all kind of thing here. We ain't supposed to be like this. If we remove the corrupt ones and them from society, if the corrupt one and them put them so, and we start to move with the honest ones, this country will have, and better for all. Better. We cannot go so forward. And I want to talk about the white collar crime because before I fix the cell post, and then we go deal with them, because me ain't forget them, Because, let me tell you something before I go. You see, if we don't work for them, and go and move the drugs to them, and carry the drugs there, or drive the truck with all the drugs, them can't do nothing because they ain't driving no truck. Them ain't moving nothing for themselves. All they're doing is giving orders. And that is what we're doing. We're taking the chance. All we're doing, we're taking the chance to move all the drugs all over. And the guns. And that is it. Because I know there's business people in this country moving a lot of drugs and guns. I tell them, but me ready for them. Because I want to be. The only way we can be strong. Watch my hand. One finger, I have no strength. Two I have. You see when I gang it up so, and I bring all of it together, we will be more stronger to deal with these people who moving all the drugs. And we will be able, they won't get none move, because we ain't going to move none for them. We will help them. Right? So I want to thank you. And I want to really thank you. I really, really, really love this crowd here today. I really love what I see here today, and I want to thank you. So I want you to give yourself a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the president of the Scrap Iron Dealers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Alan Ferguson. Put your hands together for him, straight from the heart. And so while we await Mr. King has a song for us, and he has been rolling with us. And ladies and gentlemen, it's strictly positive vibes that we bring in here. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome Mr. King.
Good day, Moruga. Yeah, I feel good to see all these people outside come to listen to the crime talks. And I want to urge everybody as our people today. Crime is everybody's problem. We could no longer sit down and say it only bothering them and it bothering them. Crime is everybody's problem. We need to pay special attention. We need to nurture the youths. We need to take with time with the young ones to make sure that they don't go astray. Because right now, the place is in trouble. Give me some of them there, please. Extra, read all about it. Let me hear if Moruga could sing today. Badness out of style.
Say too much borderline. When a man get to walk down in the next man vicinity. Borderline. Moruga don't want no hate and wickedness in the poor man community. Borderline. When a man get to walk down in the next man vicinity, that's borderline. And we don't want no borderline. No, 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 no. So you say that you're a bad man. How much gun you got? You love to bust gunshots. You must be madman. Cause I want no time for that. Don't be no idiot. Let me hear it from my Moruga people. Sing! Sing it louder, let me hear it echo. We don't want no bad man group, no bad man troop coming to rob and shoot. Take the time to nurture the youth. Remember we're going with Sean Luke. Somebody cross the borderline. When a man get to walk down in the next man vicinity. Borderline. We don't want no hate and wickedness in the poor man community. Borderline. Yeah. When a man get to walk down in the next man vicinity, that's borderline. We fed up at the borderline. Poor man community. Tell you them in Moruga when they should be asleep. Stop roaming to murder man. Down in a Maraval since they lick down my leak. Everything get out of hand, Lord. Let me hear it from my Moruga people. Badness out the style. One more time, let me hear it echo. Badness out the style. I see them with them magic. Every day them a chuck it. Some have it in them pocket. While some of them under them. And if a shadow move them, the breeze blow them. A full time them stop it. Cause too much borderline. When a man get to walk down in the next man vicinity. Borderline. And we don't want no hate and wickedness in the poor man community. Borderline. Yeah. When a man get to walk down in the next man vicinity, that's borderline. We fed up at the borderline. Yeah, what to do for me? Put it front page in the paper from Sando to Arima. Make sure every man get one. Tell the youth them in Moruga, put down the automatic. We don't want no more blood run, no. Let me hear it from my Moruga people. Sing it again and let me hear it echo. But tell the youth them on the beat, some all of them way acting wild. Tell the youth them over Brooklyn, keep them name of a policeman file. Tell the little school youth, you don't want no delinquent juvenile. And all the rude boys with the screw face, a fool tell them put on a smile. Cause badness out of style. Again, sing it again for me people. Badness out of style. Pull it up for me the DJ.